So right off the bat, I want to say the purpose of this video is to kind of recap and discuss my 2018 and share some of my thoughts and experiences on the year. I realize this is a pretty personal subject, and originally I was just going to make this video as a personal reflection device for next year, so at the end of this time next year I can watch it and kind of compare where my life is this year, next year. And I wish I made one last year because I'd be so grateful to have one to look back at and compare last year to this past year and to see how much better this year is, because this year was awesome. But no, I did want to just kind of sit and talk about it, and I decided, why not post it on Facebook, because, the essence of life is communication, and I would love to hear any input or feedback or just commentary or other experiences that you guys may have. But starting off, 2018, I did post a little bit about it on Facebook the other day, was a phenomenal year. I really cannot complain about anything that happened this year. Obviously, not every day was good. There were some bad days and some bad weeks, but as a whole, I absolutely love this year. And this was definitely, so far, it's fucking light, the most influential year of my life so far. It allowed for the most experiences and growth, and I'm really grateful for this year. Sorry for the setting change. I moved, clearly. But before I continue, if you see me looking down here, I have my laptop here because I kind of typed out what I wanted to discuss to keep me on topic, or else I will stray very, very, very far from the discussion path. But anyways, so jumping right into it, 2018, as I said before, was a phenomenal year, and I'm so blessed to have experienced this year. And the first thing I really want to talk about was the mental shift I went through this year. And honestly, it was incredible. I feel prior to this year, and definitely parts of this year, I would wake up, and it wasn't like I was ever in a bad mental state, but I would just wake up and live my life and go back to bed. And I really didn't have a passion for anything. I wasn't not glad to be alive, but I was just kind of like, okay, it's life. But now it's like I wake up every day, and I'm so excited to get up, and I'm so excited for what the day is going to bring, and I'm so excited to reflect on the experiences I'm going to get that day, and it's an incredible feeling. And it almost feels like there's a fire in me, that's just burning, and it feeds off the oxygen I breathe, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is the best feeling ever, because I know what it's like to feel bored and to not have a drive to do anything. And that feeling is foreign to me now, because I'm so energetic with everything I do, and I love it. And that has honestly changed my life so much. And I don't really know, maybe it's because of the physical change I went through. Not physical this way, but I moved to Galveston, Texas from Delaware. And I don't know if maybe it's meeting new people and just being in a different setting that kind of awakened this spark or set off this spark. But it's an incredible, incredible feeling. And it has really taught me to see the good over the bad in everything. Because before, I'd be so picky, and I'd always find a reason not to do something, or find a reason to pass on an opportunity, and just find a way to say no. And I don't want to say I become a yes man, because I'm definitely not a yes man, but I approach things with a much more positive outlook, and I try to see them and view them in a good way versus a bad way. And that has really changed my life. It has altered every aspect of my life, my relationships, my friendships, my family, and just everybody. And it's this amazing feeling to be in such a good place. But, I wake up every day happy to be alive. Even if it's a shit day, at the end of the day, I'm still I'm still breathing, my heart's still beating. What can I complain about? Nothing, because that's all I need. And I'm super content with that. And so that mental shift has caused also a big change in my self-image, self-confidence, I guess. Because I would never say I had a low self-confidence, but I was definitely unsure of myself and my decisions, and now I'm much more confident in what I do. And I feel like that has drastically changed another important part of my life, which are relationships. And by relationship, I don't necessarily mean romantic. I just mean my relationships with other people, like friends, some romantic-y, family, everybody. And how I approach those now is a much more healthy way than I did previously. Because I was definitely one of those people that pined after love. And, you know, there's that quote that says, we accept the love we think we deserve. And I truthfully felt that I really didn't deserve any. And, you know, it's not because I thought I was a bad person or anything like that, but I didn't see any much worth in myself. And so whenever someone showed me love or affection or just, you know, any sort of really acknowledgement and support, I would grab onto it with this like iron fist. And I'd hold on to it until my knuckles were white and my palms were bleeding. And what kind of attitude is that to have about something, just to hold on to it for the sake of holding on to it? And, looking back, some of these relationships that I did that with, they weren't even healthy. They didn't really benefit me. I felt like it would reflect so poorly on me if I lost those relationships that I was so afraid to let them go. And the other really big thing I want to talk about in 2018 was that it's a pretty hard truth and lesson to swallow, but I learned that letting go is okay. This is probably the 9 millionth clip I've taken of this, and at this point, I really don't care if it's terrible. This is the one that is going on the internet. But anyways, back to talking about, what was I even talking about? Letting go. Okay, letting go. Yeah, that was the hardest truth probably I had to swallow in 2018. It's just about letting go of people in general that aren't doing you any good. And, I think I said before, I'm one of those people I'll fight tooth and nail for what I want and who I want. But you have to draw the line somewhere. And I think I learned how to do that this year. I finally learned how to draw that line instead of just wasting myself away fighting for somebody who's not worth it. And that's kind of a sucky thing to really have to say, because to me, logically, you'd think you have someone you want to be in their life, they want to be in your life. What you put out, they'll put in. Like, that just makes sense, right? But no, life doesn't always make sense. You can put so much effort into somebody and they can totally just not care. And there's nothing you can do about that, because that is how life works. And it's cool, honestly, because it's life and not every part of it is going to be perfect. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm too tired. I need to split this up more. I'm so tired talking about this. I'm pretty sure the next thing I was going to talk about was that people can let go of you without you being ready to let go of them. And that is something I experienced this year recently too. And it hurts like a bitch, honestly, because it's like, there's nothing you can do about it, and of course, whoever the offending party is, it's completely their right to do that. And really all you can do is sit there and say, well, okay. And take it with grace. That's really kind of what I taken away from it. Just take it in stride, but not everybody is meant to be in your life forever. And of course, there are people I want in my life forever. They might not want that same thing. But that has really just taught me to appreciate every day and every minute that I have with somebody. Because you never know when they're going to decide they don't want another minute, or when they might unfairly get their time taken. And it's so important to value the time you get with people. And I value every second that I spend with every person that is special to me. And I'm so thankful for every minute that I get with my friends and family and, interested people or whatever. But yeah, going back to the letting go thing, that sucks. That was a learning curve this year. This was the first year I kind of branched out into having like real relationships, and not all of them are still existent. Some of them sour and they're just off in the relationship abyss now. But I'm still thankful for the lessons I learned from them and the experiences I had in them. And that's what's, I guess, my biggest takeaway here. I'll try to wrap this whole video up now, going off of my ending spiel. But I'm so thankful for this year. You know, I made a short little post on Facebook a couple days ago about 2019 or 2018. And not every day was pleasant. Not every day was great, but every day taught me something. And I'm so thankful for every situation that happened, for the people that have supported me, to the people that, you know, encouraged me and loved me, and even to the people that have kind of screwed me over. Like, I mean, y'all suck, but thank you for teaching me lessons. I'm glad that, you know, you have to get them out of the way sometime, so it might as well be now. But I think that basically sums up kind of what I wanted to talk about. I'll probably think of something and post another video about it at some point, or I won't. Who knows? But just to wrap it up, the things I want to see in 2019, really, I love the path I'm on now. I feel like I grow into a better person every day, at least in my eyes. And I want to continue that. I want to continue to better myself every minute, every day. And I also, I want to keep building on my mental state, because I really like where I'm at right now. And I would love to continue that. I don't want to see it digress at all. Not that I was ever, you know, again, I was never in a bad place. But I want to keep building. I want to keep getting better. Excuse me. And I'm enthusiastic, and I'm very much looking forward to 2018. I'm very, very excited to see what it brings. And I hope if you've made it this far, you have a wonderful 2019 as well. Please feel free to talk to me about what I've said in this video. I love communicating. I love collaborating with people. So if you have any input, I would love to hear it. If not, I appreciate you watching this far. Sorry I ramble on and on a lot. But have a lovely night, and cheers.